So what you reap, honey, help me.
No, you reap what
You
you
reap what
sow.
you sow, correct. Pag may itinanim, may aanihin.
We'll report on progress this morning. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gentlemen on crew this morning.
Yeah.
So they're laying out where the electrical lines are going. I also see that they've started to identify the location right here for the um, kitchen island. Um, so each of these orange pipes indicate where an electrical outlet will be. They're almost complete or nearly complete with what's going on here in the living area and the bedroom. It's my understanding this afternoon the plan is for them to pour some concrete. You can see they formed around the veranda area. I think they'll be pouring some concrete in the veranda area um, in order to get that part done. They've moved the cement mixer over to that location to make it easier for them to get the concrete in. This will be a lot easier than I think dragging those buckets around that they've done before. Had a long meeting with the architect this morning about some fine details about where things are going to be located. Um, we've made some decisions about electrical locations in a couple of places and a couple of minor changes that we're going to make. Um, it is really great to work with Cayenne, who is so flexible about this and so able to say, oh yeah, we can do that. Oh yeah, we can do that. We'll move this, we'll move that. We'll make sure we have 3 catch basins for the gray water that comes off and not mix that with any of the black water. This has really been helpful. And so we're going to capture some video this afternoon of the concrete pour. But right now we got to head to Luag and go to Abinson's and talk about AC. Mondo is pounding down some of the rebars so that they can connect in there. But notice how they're pouring water onto the area where they're going to be putting concrete. So they're pre-wetting the area so that the concrete will not cure as quickly, and we'll get a stronger concrete base. Um, Edwin is giving everybody a shower apparently. So wetting it all down so that the concrete will dry more slowly and be more stable. Let me give you an update about where we are this morning. You can see at, I don't know, I think it's about 6:30 this morning. You can see that the veranda has had some concrete poured. Got to take a little walk down there so we can see what's going on with it. This is the first pour of any of the floor concrete, and you can see that the work they did the last couple of days putting down the rebar has resulted now into this corner of the veranda being poured. You can see also that the work has continued with setting the electrical conduit around the rest of the spaces that have really come to define what's gone on with some of the spaces in the house now. So what you can see here is the CR space. That bundle of orange conduit is where the service panel board is going to be. So that is set that place. And then over here you can see a number of the different conduits. We've required from the architect something a little different for a Filipino house, and that is that there's actually outlets about every 2 meters. So it's a substantially larger number of outlets than are usually included in a Filipino house. Now we're in the living area, and what you can see again is the outlets and the electrical conduit also running over into the kitchen area. My understanding is today they'll be doing some more pouring of the concrete into the veranda area behind me. The corner, excuse me, the corner of the concrete that has not been poured yet, back by the living area and into this space on the side of the kitchen. So there's a lot of work to be done, but they're just knocking it off here at a Calayab Ligaya. It's really very exciting to see this. I just want to point out what's going on now. You can see that the A5 crew has constructed a scaffolding, but they've lifted it up. They had the scaffolding in here previously when they were doing the first run on the columns. Now they've lifted the scaffolding up because you can see what they're doing here is they're spacing and attaching these stirrups that they previously put on. These stirrups will be connected together with the tie beams that run between these two. Actually, they're not called tie beams now. Now they're called second floor beams. Not roof beams, second floor beams. But we're not going to have a second floor, but they're going to be running a concrete beam between each of these columns. And that's what they're getting set for now. That's what That's what all this scaffolding structure is for, is to make it easier for them to get up there and work and do this stuff. So they've got all their scaffolding set up on this side right now, and it looks like they've got it partially set up on the other. While they're finishing some work, it looks like maybe some electrical stuff over there, running some cabling, some pull wire through. So that's where we are.
How do you feel about that?
I am very excited about this because we are getting closer every day. This crew just makes like magic. They just get things done. Boom, boom, boom. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. Here's the foreman. Thanks, Edwin. Appreciate it. Doing great work. Were you going to say anything?
Well, this reminds me of my elementary days. You know, we do this. Like, we go to school early in the morning. We do the national anthem. After that, we have like an hour, or I can't remember, maybe 30 minutes. We go to the back of the school. We pull weeds. Something like that. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe 20 minutes. I'm not so sure about that.
Of pulling weeds.
Yeah. Back of the school, front of the school.
And notice these weeds are only growing where the water comes down from
Yeah.
when you do
And look at this.
laundry.
This is saluyot. This is edible.
Celullas.
Saluyot.
Mm.
It's like the counterpart of the okra.
Mm.
So instead of this long like fruit, no veg, this is the same as the saluyot. It's a little slimy, but it's very nutritious. Ask me what
Is that the
nutrition
same?
it
Is that the same as the big ones behind you?
Yes. So when during rainy seasons they grow tremendously, and just from that, you could make a full meal.
That and malunggay.
That and malunggay, and you can have the buko as the dessert. You can have the buko juice as your drink after your meal. So how is it living here in the province? You can easily live as long as you are matyaga, masipag. As they say, pag may tiyaga, may nilaga.
Which means?
Which means if you are working really hard, you can get hungry. Like it's like sorry. So what you reap, honey, help me.
No, you reap what
You
you
reap
sow.
what you sow, correct. Pag may itinanim, may aanihin.
It's been a very busy week at a Calayab, Ligaya, and the A5 crew has gotten a lot done. I'm really intrigued and interested in what you can see behind me, which is the progress that they've made on the tie beams for the veranda roof. You can see there's kind of an angled tie beam behind me, and you can see the angle that runs to the front of the house as well. They're putting those tie beams in right now. And that'll be about it for this episode. So we encourage you to like, subscribe, and click the little notification bell so that you can know when we put out a new video. And remember, it's the journey, not the destination. Good morning to Calayab, Ligaya. No, this is my outro.